Hey everybody, what's up? It's Chapman here, and on this one, what we're going to be doing is we're going to show you how to build the hardcore auto brewer. This is a very simple, a very common design. There is two modules to this design. There is the auto brewer itself, and then there is the dropper hoppers in order to get the items to the auto brewer. These are all of the items that you are going to need right here, including the brew items that we're going to need for the brewer. But this is everything that you need, so pause here. If you're ready to go, let's get brewing.
Okay,
now the first thing that we're going to build is the brew module. So we are going to put down a barrel with a single hopper going into it, a brew stand on top, another hopper in the left, one more going into the back, and then we're going to run that row of hoppers out and around to the front. And that is so that way we can put a double chest on the left one and a double chest on the right one with an item frame on both of these chests. The right one is going to be for water bottles and the left one here is going to be for our blaze powder. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to remove a single block underneath this hopper right here. And that is so that we can put a redstone torch down on the left side wall. That's going to stop that hopper from pulling any items out of the brew stand. Then we're going to place two pieces of redstone dust beside it, a solid block above it, and then a single lever on that solid block. Once we're done that, we're going to jump up on top of the chest and we're going to place down two comparators reading both of these chests, two solid blocks coming off of the comparators, and then we're going to do an alternating redstone torch tower, finishing off with two redstone lamps in the front side. And once you are all complete, that is what everything should look like right there. So you have four hoppers pulling from the left chest, feeding into the back of the brew station, and then one more hopper feeding into the left side. The left chest here is going to be for your blaze powder. The right chest is going to be for your water bottles. And as you can see, as soon as you fill both of the chests up, your redstone lamps turn on, indicating that, yeah, you have items in here. And as soon as you pull the items from this chest, those redstone lamps are going to turn off, and it is going to let you know when you need to refill. Once we have that complete, now we're going to move on to the dropper hopper mechanisms. And the first thing that we're going to do for this is we are going to run 3 hoppers going into the top of that brew stand right there. Underneath this third hopper, we're going to place down a solid block with a dropper facing up, a single stair in front of the hopper, a button on the bottom side of the stair, and then a sign right in front of it. This is going to be for whatever ingredient that we are going to be putting inside of this dropper. So with the press of that button right there, we can send items up and over and into this brew stand. So this is the dropper where your brew item goes. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put an indicator off of the back of this, starting with a solid block, another comparator reading this dropper, a solid block coming off of the comparator, a double redstone torch tower, and then finish off with another redstone lamp. Now, whatever items that you do put inside this dropper, as you can see, we are going to get an indicator, and whenever we are empty, it is going to turn off. So that is the dropper hopper mechanism right there in order to get your items over and into the brew stand. Now all we need to do is we just need to repeat that 16 times in total. So that is one right there. Okay, once you have all of your little dropper hoppers in place, you should have 16 of them in total. I put a little turn on mine, kind of like I did in the hardcore series. This is what you should have right here. Now, before you go putting all of your signs on, first we're going to cover all of these droppers with our item frames. And in the first dropper right here, we are going to fill this one with our nether wart. Okay, and that is because almost all potions need to start with an awkward potion. So just have your nether wart there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come to the last 3. And our last one is going to be for our gunpowder, which is going to be for splash potions. Then our redstone dust, which is an upgrade. And then our glowstone dust, which is another upgrade. And the reason why you want to do that is so that way you can just press your awkward potion, make whatever other potion that you want, upgrade it to whatever style potion that you want to do, and then turn it into a splash potion. So your gunpowder is always going to be last anyways. So this is the best way to organize it, and then basically just start filling all of these droppers in whatever order that you want. And there you go. Once you're all done now and you have all of your items in, now all you got to do is you just got to go around and you got to name all of your signs with whatever they are, and then you make sure you want to put down whatever they do with their upgrade. So for swiftness, redstone gives us 20% for 8 minutes, and glowstone gives us 40 for 130. And the reason why you want to do that is that makes it nice and easy for the brew station. And this is how the brew station works. Nether wart, swiftness. Let's go for some glowstone. And then we're going to turn this into a splash potion. And as you can see, right like that, we're already brewing some potions. And all of them are lined up in the above hopper here in the correct order. Now, if you want to be able to brew or set up another brew, all we have to do is just put down a solid block here with a lever on it. And while these are in here, like if we tried to press a button right now, it's going to skip the line and go in here, which we do not want. But with this lever here, all we have to do is flick that, and that is going to allow us to queue up another potion without interfering whatsoever with the one that is already brewing. So we can basically queue up two at once, and once this brew is done, all we have to do now is either pull the items out by hand, and as you can see, it refills, or because this lever is here, it is going to flip-flop this redstone torch, which allows this hopper to pull them down into the barrel here, and then when we turn it back on, we get 3 brand new bottles in our brew stand. So there's 2 ways you can do it. You can either just pull them out by hand and they refill, or flip the lever. I'm already out of bottles. There we go. Okay, but we're not quite done yet. We got one final thing left to do, and that is to add in the little bubbler here on the back side. I mean, some of you guys probably don't even care about this thing, but here's how you do it. Right here above the hopper that feeds into the brew station. Okay, there's the brew stand. There's the hopper going down into it. What we're going to do is we're going to place down one more comparator into a solid block with a sticky piston on top and a piece of soul sand in front of it. Now what's going to happen is whenever an item enters inside this hopper here, this sticky piston is going to extend. And basically all we have to do now is just create a water column around this soul sand right here. So starting with an upside down stair and another one underneath that light, might as well do 2. We are now just going to build a 3 high water column around this piece of soul sand right there. And just like that, as you can see, once we start brewing a potion now, we get bubbles as we're brewing. Isn't that something tricky and clever? You might have to put a little bit of a pulse extender here on the backside in order to extend the signal, because it does close down a little bit early, but I mean, there it is right there. Your final step left is to basically just decor the thing to however theme, you know, whatever theme that you want in your world. But that is it right there. That is the brewer all done and complete. You might want to light up your signs a little bit so that way you can see the recipes a little bit better. And what I like to do is I put in a few barrels in the front here. And what that allows you to do is that allows you to actually store any spare potions that you get in front of the right potion that you already have. So you can just quickly see if you have any potions left over. And I mean, it's that simple and it's that easy. At the press of a button, you can quite literally make a potion that fast. We're already brewing. It's absolutely amazing. But that is it right there. That is the auto brewer, everybody. One trick that you can do to cut down on using blaze powder is you can actually fill these back slots here with, you know, something else. So as you can see, just by putting 4 items in the back here and then alternating a different one in the next hopper and then a new item in the next hopper after that, we just cut down on 4, 8, 12, 16 stacks of blaze, and I have 2 left over here in my inventory. So now we can just fill this chest. And that is just a simple little trick in order to cut back on having to use so much blaze inside this sweet little auto brewer. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to watch my hardcore series. Love yous. Bye.